I wasn't unmuted. I had to unmute myself. What's going on, folks? Let's get started. If it's going to be, it's up to me. to fulfill my dreams and possibilities with dedication and motivation to inspire thousands from all nations. When times are tough and breaks you down, just smile with toughness and rebuild from the ground. During tough times, adversity is a lot. Just remember, time flies, but you are the pilot. Thank you guys for stopping through, and thank you for bearing with me while I was speaking earlier while I had my mute on. Apologize for that, but we're going to get into it, folks. Are you in your 40s and 50s and you're going back to school? Whether it's online, in a classroom, doesn't matter. Are you in your 40s and 50s in re-educating yourself or further educating yourself or completing your education? Doesn't matter which of those three I just named. Are you one of those people? Things that you need to know in our age group that you need to be aware of, you need to be mindful of, and things of that nature. Let me start by announcing that those of you who may not know, I am returning to school on Monday. I started class on Monday with Kingsland University to further and complete my education. I mean, I started back in 2000, I would say 2006, somewhere along the way, along in there, 2006, 2008, in IT programming, cybersecurity type of stuff. So I've decided, you know, life have gotten in the way. I started businesses. I started doing a lot of stuff. And now I should say, you know what, since they're playing politics with this COVID stuff, hey, thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing that, Lakil. I really appreciate you sharing that. That is great. I'm glad that you mentioned that. Thank you for chiming in. So I'm going back on Monday. I start on Monday, Kingsland University, to finish up my education in cybersecurity. Now, this is a different type of well, it's all cybersecurity, but further along what I'm doing, I'm going to be programming, coding, learning ethical hacking, things like that, dealing with Splunk. Splunk is a dire need. They don't have a lot of people out here that can do it. But what I'm going to be doing, folks, I'm creating my own cybersecurity firm, and I'm going to be getting contracts to protect people's data, protect people's work around the country. So before I start this firm, I'm going to further my education, because it only makes sense that I know what the heck I'm talking about and the heck I'm doing when I have to negotiate contracts and let people know what my abilities are as the CEO of this company before I start bringing in staff to do the cybersecurity work. So what am I doing about it is furthering my education. I should be finished all of this stuff. It should all be wrapped up by January of 2022. And of course, I will be putting out, you know, I have connections to get to bid for contracts, things like that. I'm talking about $20 million, $50 million contracts, all, you know, and I'm not even going to be a prime. I'm not even looking to be a prime on the contracts. A sub is fine with me. You'll be eating tremendously just as a subcontractor. So I'll be looking to sub under companies like Lockheed Martin or Northrop Grumman, what's out there? Companies like Booz Allen and Hamilton, you know, companies like the big dogs. Let them deal with the prime, because that's where all the politics lies. Let me come in as a sub under the back end and collect that money back there. Now, there are going to be some contracts that I will come into as a prime, such as law firms, maybe some hospitals, private hospitals, things like that. I might come in as a prime, but as far as government, I'm only interested in sub. Okay. But in the hindsight of it all, I got to get educated, further educated in that area. So I'm going to be completing my education in cybersecurity starting on Monday. I'll be completed by the end of the year, most likely, you know, somewhere in January. But here's what I wanted to talk to you guys about in the hindsight of that. You in your 40s, you in your 50s, congratulations to those who are going back to school to re-educate themselves, further educate themselves, or continuing their education. That's something that they started years ago, but did not finish. Like myself, I started this back in 2006, and I'm just now completing it. I got 6 months I'll be finishing this in 6 months. So guess what? If I just wanted a job, I would have added. I'll be adding about 250,000 on top of what I'm already earning as an entrepreneur. But I'm not interested in 250,000. I'm interested in 250 million. So in order for me to go there, I have to do this at a different capacity. So 40s, 50s, maybe upper 30s, maybe, but mostly in your 40s, in your 50s. One thing you're going to have to learn, I'm not going to give you bullet points here, but the first thing you have to understand, and what you're going to have to do when you're in your 40s and 50s and you're going back to school, is don't let life get in the way. You have much more responsibilities in your 40s and 50s than you did in your 20s, your high teens and your early 20s. You have more responsibilities. Some of you have kids you have to still look after. Some of you have more bills that you're going to have to pay. You've accumulated so many more bills. You got a lot more responsibility in your 40s and 50s than you did in your 20s. So you're going to have to be fully committed. You have to fully dedicate yourself to completing this. If you're one of those ones who say, okay, I get a chance to go out and hang out with the girls or hang out with the guys, party a little bit, I don't raise my kids. My kids are grown now. I can go out and do me. Listen, you're going to have to take that same attitude as if you're raising your kids again, if you're going to go through school to further and complete your education. Lakeel, thank you very much for the congratulations. I really appreciate that. And I know you can attest to this. If you're in your 40s and you're going back to school, you really have to dedicate yourself. You're going to have to complete your homework. And just because you might not go to school on a Tuesday, like my class is going to be Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Now, just because Tuesdays and Thursdays I'm not in class, that does not mean I don't do any of my schoolwork. I'm still going to have homework, and I still got a lab where I can go in and practice online and practice it, practice and practice and practice. When you take math, for instance, and if you ask the teacher, how many math problems are you going to be giving us? The math teacher's response should be as much as possible, as many problems as possible, because repetition gets you better. Repetition makes you better. So you got to keep practicing your craft. Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali, Evander Holyfield, Lennox Lewis, these guys weren't champions just because they only boxed when they was around their coach or their trainers. They took time out themselves when they weren't around their trainers, when they weren't under the lights, when they weren't in the gym. They took time themselves to work on their craft, whether it's jogging, shadow boxing, hitting the bags, whatever it took. Michael Jordan, he didn't just practice basketball at basketball practice. He didn't just practice basketball and around in shootouts before the game. He shot a few thousand jump shots after practice. When everybody was done practice, he stayed in the gym on his own time and worked on his craft. In your 40s and 50s, if you're going back to school, that's the first thing you're going to have, because one thing you're going to have to dedicate yourself to. Focusing on getting better. Why is that? Because it's going to take more repetition from us in our 40s and 50s than it would as a 20-something-year-old. A 20-something-year-old can go right out and party and come back to class the next day. If they haven't drank too much, they can come back to class the next day and still be on top of it. You can't do that in your 40s and 50s. You're going to have to dedicate yourself, folks. You have to get downright serious, and you cannot allow anything to distract you. Remember what I told you about your spiritual footprint a few videos ago. I said the universe is one big algorithm. If you look at your Facebook and you go to Google or you go anywhere on Amazon and you start looking up stuff on Amazon, those things shows up in your YouTube or your Facebook algorithm or your Twitter algorithm. And you be like, how do they know this? It's because it's called digital footprint. But there is a thing, it's called your spiritual footprint, where the universe records where you go spiritually. So if you keep allowing things to distract you when you're in the middle of trying to educate yourself, the universe is going to keep sending you more distractions. That is by law. So if you fully dedicate yourself, if you show a full commitment, don't worry about how you're going to do something. If you fully commit to something, folks, the how is going to show up by law. By default, the hows are going to show themselves. So that's something you got to understand. Full commitment to your education. Full commitment. Okay? Second thing you're going to have to do is get yourself enough rest. I don't care if your class is at night. Get yourself enough rest. If you have to go to work during the day, if you get off 4 or 5, take as much rest as you need, folks, before you can start your class. And when I mean rest, I'm talking about plenty of sleep and plenty of foods that help energize you. Fruits, your vegetables, things like that help you think better. Look up foods that's going to help you think. It's going to help you, give you some brain power. Food is going to give you more energy to help you think, because the professor is going to give you in college, you're not going to just get stuff handed to you. They're going to give you an assignment and tell you to figure it out. That's how it always has been in college. That's how it was when I started cybersecurity education back then, and that's not how it is now. Water, not sodas. Absolutely. Thank you very much, Lakil. Drink plenty of water. Drink plenty of water. As a matter of fact, drink your water while you're in class, especially if you're online. Keep you a bottle of water with you at all times. Keep your system flushed out, because you don't want anything in your body that's going to make you drowsy. I'm going to tell you right now, if you're out there eating big ass steak and cheese and you're washing it down with some honey buns and Twinkies and shit, I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to be drowsy as hell during class. And you're not fulfilling your commitment. Your grades are going to slip down. You're wasting your money. I'm telling you, folks, for these 6 months, it's costing me $25,000. I'm going to do everything it takes for me to be successful in this course, in this class. Everything successful. The right foods, everything. That's all I eat every day now. When I get out of the gym every day, I go right down the street to a place called Skyway Jack's and get a Caesar salad. Every day. Salad every day. I can tell the difference since I've been doing it, because I used to go down there and get French toast. You know, I used to go down there and get French toast, creamy cheese grits, and turkey sausage. But now all I do is just go down there and eat and get a salad. I feel a whole lot different, folks. I'm ready. I've committed myself. I prepared my body for this class. I got 6 months of this. I prepared my body for this. So you got to fully commit. That's number one. Number two, take care of your diet. That's your diet. Take care of your diet. Drink plenty of water. Plenty of water. And don't be out there partying. It's okay if you want to go out from time to time, but your every weekend stuff, you got to cut it out. You got to dedicate that to your grind so that you make sure that when you come back to class, you have a better understanding of what the professor has been teaching you. That's dedication, folks. Third thing you got to understand, if you're not big on vitamins, you better be. And one most important vitamin that you're going to need for your class is vitamin A. Why am I telling you this? Because vitamin A is going to help your vision. In your 40s and your 50s, you start to get older. You look at your cell phone. You're going to start blaring. You start seeing blur in your text and your cell phone. You have to hold your phone back a little bit further. Same thing is what happened when you 4 nights a week, 4 hours per night that you're in class for 5 hours, you're watching your computer screen a hell of a lot. A hell of a lot, especially if you're in an IT course. You're on your computer screen all damn time. The whole time you're in class, you're on your computer. You got to take your vitamin A. You got to get your vision up. Take care of yourself. See, it's things that people are not teaching. They're not telling you this out here, folks. They tell you shit like get needles and vaccines and all that shit. But take your vitamins. You're gonna be in class, 40s and your 50s, taking your vitamin A, because in that age, we don't have the same vision as a 22-year-old. That's a fact. So that's important. Get your vitamin A. I got my vitamin A on the way. Get your vitamin A, folks. Help your vision out. Help your vision. Or you can get some glasses that's specially made for glaring, protecting your eyes from glare on your computer screen as well. I've seen somebody wear some yellow lens glasses. They say that helped them, as they watch the computer screen. Put a glare guard on your monitor. A glare guard. It kind of tints and keeps down the rays of light from the computer screen. That also helps. But make sure you take your vitamin A. Your vitamin A is important, especially when you in your 40s and 50s. You can appreciate vitamin A. Plenty of carrots. Carrots has vitamin A. That's why carrots help your vision, because it's loaded with vitamin A. If you're not a carrot eater, get you some vitamin A pills. Go to Walgreens or Walmart, CVS, Amazon if you have to, and get you a bottle of vitamin A. Now don't leave out your vitamin C, your vitamin D3 as well, or your glutathiones. All of those helps contribute to boosting your immune system. But vitamin A is very, very good for your vision. So you won't be having blurred vision in the middle of your class. Because at some point, you're going to be burning your eyes out. If you got, like me, 6 months into this thing to finish up my education, guess what? I'm going to be loaded with vitamin A, folks. You have to equip yourself for what's coming to you. It's just like a fight. It's just like a fight. You don't just go into the ring and just fight a pro boxer who has been training and working out and training and running and doing all these other things before he got in the ring. If you get in the ring and you ain't prepared yourself, you ain't did the training, you're going to get your ass knocked out. You're going to get hurt. People have lost their lives in that sport. So you got to do the right thing. Take in your vitamin A, folks. Your vitamin A is very, very, very important. So those of you who are in your 40s and 50s, looking to complete your education, or you're going back to some school to do some training or some trade, do the right things, commit to it, take in your vitamin A. Get plenty of sleep. Remember, you're not in your 20s. As much as you may think you are, or as much as you may feel that you are, or you think that you can handle it, I'm telling you right now, you better make sure you are doing the right things and keeping your body upright. How you doing, Erica? Doing the right things and keeping your body upright. That's for sure. So you got to take in your vitamin A, folks. Your vitamin A is going to help with your vision. You're going to see some blurs sometimes, especially if you look at your cell phone and you got to hold your cell phone back because it's blurry, you lacking vitamin A. Get your vitamin A if you're taking class, if you're going back to school and you're in your 40s and 50s. I hope this is helpful. I hope I'm very, very being helpful to you guys right now. Yeah, Erica. So going back to school in your 40s and 50s, you're in a little bit of a disadvantage compared to those who are in their 20s. But you don't have to be. You can take care of yourself. You can get plenty of sleep. You can't go party like the 20-year-olds do. You need to get sleep, get your ass up. You got to go to work. You got to go to work. After you go to work, you're a little bit tired. You're going to have to get a little bit of rest. And you're going to have to take some more vitamins to boost your immune system, keep your energy up. Take your vitamin A for your vision, because guess what? You're going to have to watch your computer screen again, especially those of you who watch your computer screen during work hours. You're going to watch a computer screen again at night for 6 straight months or however long you're in school for. So that's very important, folks. You got to take your vitamin A. I can't stress that enough. Take your vitamin A. It will help you. Erica says she's starting back soon. Erica's sponsor says she's starting back soon. Good to see Quintina Lee. So you got to be mindful of that, people. You ain't in your 20s. You're 40-year-old ass, 50-year-old ass. Get your vitamin A up. Get your body accustomed to vitamin A so that your vision will be like, it might not be like a 20-year-old, but your vision will be at least like something like you in your 30s. And that ain't bad. That's still good vision, right? Erica started last week. Erica, you make sure you take your vitamin A, especially if you're watching the computer screen. Take your vitamin A. And another thing, when you're in your class, this goes for your computer or your TV. Make sure you see how I have light? Make sure you have lighting around you. Don't be having your computer in the dark. Don't do that. That's hurting your vision, people. In case you didn't know that. Make sure you have proper lighting around you while you're in your class. If you have an office in your house, make sure you got your light on. Don't be trying to be in your room having your laptop in your lap. Thinking you're gonna have your laptop in your lap and your lights are out and you got the TV. And there's another thing. Turn the damn TVs off. You have no business trying to be in school and watching TV at the same time. Turn the TVs off. And make sure all of your equipment is up to par. Your computer, your phone. Because in me, I'm going to do my work on my computer and I'm going to be on Zoom with the instructor, with the professor on my phone. Make sure everything is up. Make sure your computer is charged up. Your phone is charged. Any electronics that you're going to need for school, make sure all of that is charged up. All of it. All of it. It's important, people. These are things we in your 40s and 50s, you got to make sure of that. If this is making sense to you guys. Erica said she had that special device on her glasses for the glare. Exactly. That's what I just said to y'all guys earlier. Make sure you have a glare guard, whether it's on your glasses or you have a glare guard on your computer screen. It's important, people. If you're in your 40s and your 50s, you got to commit I'm going to go over those again. 40s and 50s, you're going back to school. 1, have a full commitment. Don't play around with this thing. 2, eat healthy and get plenty of rest. Drink plenty of water. As a matter of fact, keep water with you while you're in school as well. Increase your water intake. 3, make sure you're taking your vitamin A. Your vitamin A is what helps your vision. It helps give you a clearer vision. The eyes. Vitamin A is for your eyes because you're going to be looking at your computer screen. So make sure you're taking in vitamin A. Very, very important. Very important. And I don't know if I missed out in and along with your vitamin A, make sure you get a glare guard on your monitor, whether it's a laptop monitor or you got extended monitors connected to your laptop. Get a glare guard for it. Go to Best Buy, go in and tell them you got a whatever inch monitor and you need glare guards for it. Okay. I think this is all I wanted to share with you guys. I hope this has been helpful, man. Hope this has been helpful. Yes, Erica, get that water intake. Get that water up. You might, whether you like water or not, get that water up. Mike Tyson said, discipline is doing what you hate as if you love it. So drink it like you love water. Drink it like you love water. That water intake is as a matter of fact, water is the answer to many underlying issues. Many people have a lot of underlying issues because they lack water. Water is the answer to most of these sicknesses. Believe it or not. Water flushing out everything that your body does not need. Your body need to filter. Your body can't filter nothing out if water is not there to push it through. Right? So I hope this has been helpful, ladies and gentlemen. If it's been helpful, please say this has been helpful in the comments. Say thank you. This has been helpful. Share this video, whether it helped you or not. If it didn't help you, fine, share it anyway, because you know somebody in your family or somebody on your friends list this video can benefit. So make sure you share the video, folks. Those of you who are watching on YouTube, I want to thank you guys for stopping through, but get those likes up on YouTube. I'll give me some thumbs up on YouTube. Don't just sit there and watch. I'm not an entertainer, folks. Get them likes up. Facebook, get those likes up. Share this video. Share this video, folks. Thank you very much, Erica. Thank you, Quintina. Make sure y'all get those likes up. Share the video. Put a caption in your video say the same thing. This is very helpful if you're going to school in your 40s and 50s. Put that caption in as you share the video. Say this is very helpful if you're going to school in your 40s and 50s. So make sure you get that information out there, folks, because it's important. It's not about me. It's about those who need to hear this. Okay. Those of you who are watching on Twitch, thank you guys for coming in on Twitch. Share it on Twitch as well. I want to let you guys know another thing. My Twitter account has been hacked, but you can still go on Twitter and follow me there. Twitter is working on it. They'll soon get it fixed. I'm Jay Hunter Lee on Twitter. Just look up Jay Hunter Lee on Twitter. Look it up on all these platforms. Twitter, of course, you guys on Facebook, YouTube, Jay Hunter Lee, Twitch, Jay Hunter Lee, what's that? Snapchat, Jay Hunter Lee on that as well. Rumble, Jay Hunter Lee. On Getter, GETTR, I'm there as Jay Hunter Lee. Also, I'm on Parler as Jay Hunter Lee as well. And my website is jhunterlee.com. And if this has been helpful, folks, do me a favor. Send me some love on my Cash App, $ Jay Hunter Lee. $5, $6, don't matter. $1 if you want. I pay for this equipment. I'm going to be upgrading it pretty soon. Pretty soon you're going to see a pretty background, all that stuff. And that's stuff for you guys. It's how for me to present to you guys on a bigger level and a more professional level in the future. So go ahead and support my podcast, $ Jay Hunter Lee on Cash App. Show your support, show your love. I'm not asking for $100, $5, $10, $1, $2. Don't matter. Small change, something small. I'm not asking for a lot of money. Okay. So with that being said, I want you guys to do me one bigger favor, and that is to sing like no one can hear you, dance like no one can see you, love like you've never been hurt, and live like it's heaven on earth. I'm Jay Hunter Lee. I love you. And the world needs you. It ain't nothing you can do about it. So stop that damn texting and driving. Peace and blessings, folks. Have a great day.